Hello, hello. Here we are with my last match. Regular match of season 42. We've got, what is the mouse? Menagerie, okay. Got a bit of an interesting board. You probably want open page, so 2-5 versus 5-4-3 and all that doesn't make a huge difference. I guess it's not 100% clear you want to open page, but I think you do. I think as a sailing village, I think you do want to do more than one terminal a turn eventually, and so I think you pretty much have to go champion. There's because of LVP, I think the gains there are gonna be just too important. I don't know what you pair it with. You can do Magpie, or alternatively you can do Church. I guess I can do Cartographer actually. I mean, Magpie's not that great. Cartographer potentially quite nice for the speed of getting a champion. Church, of course, just nice for both that and then trashing. And Church plays quite nicely with Menagerie as well, so this is probably right. I mean, we probably want to play Church, set aside 3, and just play a Treasure Hunter. The silver should be okay. I mean, it's not. We can also try and trigger. I mean, it won't make a lot of sense, I guess, without the warrior. Maybe I don't want to go all the... I may be miscounted. Let me... I guess I don't want to trigger. It's not super clear to me, but... Pretty good Magpie stuff for RTT so far. Quite a nice turn in general, accepting that he didn't get to his Treasure Hunter. Okay. There is going to be a point where we need to get a buy. But probably not yet. This was a little sad that we didn't get to Menagerie here. Like, they're going to get to Menagerie. I guess there aren't. I mean, like, if we'd drawn Church or Cartographer, we'd activate it, but this is okay. A lot of the sadness here is gonna maybe depend on the Top deck reveal. They're clean, shuffled here. Get to play a church. Oh, they just have the one church. Never mind. They may go ahead and add the buy. I don't know. It doesn't really hurt you that much to add it, because you can always play it as a menagerie. So even if you like top deck a nomad camp here, it's okay. Here you can go with horse traders. I mean, it's not like... I help them, so that wasn't ideal. What do I have? There are 2 coppers. It's like 2 cartographers, 2 coppers, and an estate. And something else. We could try and top deck a nomad camp and try and activate. Oh, it was a silver. Forgot the silver. They may flip my cartographer, which will hurt a little bit. Yeah, I get the one magpie. They may triumph this turn. You just... Oh, there's the warrior. I guess I could go for playing my nomad camp as buy also. The golds are a little weird. I mean, camel train seems fine. I don't really know. I don't really get the golds. You don't have the buys for them right now. So what is this amount of cash doing for you? I don't quite follow that, but I gotta think. It may be much better for me to play this as buy. Though I may not have that option, of course, but there's a magpie in here. It probably makes sense just to leave the church for menagerie activation purposes. This could be... I guess I could have drawn on a little bit, but I mean, playing the church this turn versus next doesn't seem that much better to me. Maybe it would have been smarter to do that versus getting the gold. I mean, the gold, of course, is not that nice. I probably need another church. Wow, they didn't actually get very far. They have a lot of golds now. It's kind of weird. This is pretty not ideal. Okay. This hurts a little bit. That turn hurt a little bit. I mean, what do I have to expect? I haven't trashed very much, and I don't have the magpies, of course. So. They didn't get to their champion, which is nice. Maybe just double nomad camp for RTT. I guess that's a little tough to believe in. This is a little hard. I mean, I can trigger a shuffle. It's just not necessarily. Well, the coppers are out, so we should probably go for it. The coppers and the estates are out, so we should just go for it. I didn't get to any buy. Wow, that sucks. That sucks for RTT. Doesn't suck for me. I mean, oof, that was sad though. Okay. The province I think is terrible. I don't understand it, but not the nicest draw ever for me though. I'm still not drawing all that well. The province to me is very, very, very strange. Hopefully we can punish them. There's probably gonna be some pile issues. For me, if they're just kind of ahead. I mean, I guess if they like double province, you know, I mean, I can catch that still, but. I'm not super clear on what order to play all these turns or play all these things. This is a nice turn for RTD. I think definitely the piles is going to be my biggest issue. Fortunately, there are 2+ buy cards that I can kind of split the difference with. Okay. Guess this could go bad. Various ways. Oh, if I do it this way, it can't. So good thing I did it that way. Look at that. Man, what a cool card. There may be something to... Well, it's not going to draw more than this. I was thinking about there being like a reason to do the save the magpie for like a treasure, but it's not going to draw more than an activated menagerie ever. All right. Anyway, there's something to be said for. There may be something to be said for leaving this church out for the next turn, because the set aside ability to activate is pretty nice, actually. There's still some issues, potential issues, but you gotta think. Cause like I can, maybe there's a setup. I don't remember what my last card is, to be totally honest. So that's kind of a problem. Maybe I need to be buying additional churches anyway. I'm not sure when I we're still not quite there on the gains. How many points is this? I guess I should get a page, right? Maybe even 2 pages, but I probably should have gotten the page a turn earlier. I may end up a bit late. I mean, this is still fine for me to set aside at this point. I don't know. That's kind of the question, right? Is what... I don't know if the treasure hunter is going to come in time for the piles. It may very well not. So that may have been a little slow on my part. I kind of whiffed on thinking about that. I mean, RTT can not end it, but he can lower things quite a bit. Though maybe that's a little scary too. can always hope they just fail to draw, but anyway, right now they're at 5 games. I don't think they menageried anything. Yeah, okay. This is probably better not reacting. Again, the provinces are not too scary. I was more scary that he would score and lower. Than anything. I'm not sure. There is still another estate, so there is some fear there. This could go badly. Okay, it didn't so far. Alright, so this is pretty nice here. If I can just get... I just don't touch nomad camps or black cats. Get the... How does this work? Maybe I need to do the horse traders first. I guess I can just have... No, this is still fine. Well, no, not exactly. I mean, we'll just drop and then discard. Okay. Is it 5? I think 5 is accurate. I hope 5 is accurate. If 5 is not accurate, I'm in trouble. Can I buy the copper? Will that point matter? It might. It might. How much am I getting here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna score 7, so we did 15. I'm gonna say no. Though frankly, it could all be pretty bad. Well, I have to trash something from the church, but I can't activate the Black Cat as menagerie. This is actually super unclear to me. My thing is I'm gonna have 3 estates. What I needed to find was, I mean, I guess the other issue, I mean, I guess the Black Cat is always can just be Black Cat. It's probably better to have the info. I actually also didn't like calculate just like what a max like points on my last turn would have been, just like triumphing a lot. Unfortunately, they're definitely like moving through the deck this turn, so. And they still have like the church, so they're gonna be able to do quite a bit here. And I may totally stop. Because this is not a good starting hand for me. I need to find a church and another action card, basically. Or, I mean, I guess not a copper. Or an estate. Or horse. I mean, it's not like the only thing I have to remove the coppers of the estates from my hand. So I just did, in fact, completely miscount their buys. I don't know if they have enough money. I'm going to assume so. They're already exiling it. You may not want to exile it at all if you're not going to be able to end it. I don't know. Did they not? They must have just not played. So I didn't actually count. All I did was look at what they had in play, and they probably just didn't play something on the previous turn. Or did they add one? What did they add one? Maybe they added one and then I just completely I mean, I guess. I don't, whatever. I think I clicked Grant. Okay, it was just slow. Whatever. Did he buy a, right, he bought a horse traders and I just failed to count it. Though I didn't lower these things, so it wasn't. How much money do they have? How much money does it take? 12, 14, 16, 21. So it's just in hand. I mean, this is $9, $13, $23. I don't know why they exiled a black cat that time, other than that's, I mean, I don't know what their flex. They still have it in hand. I don't. It's still in hand, dude. Could have outscored him. I needed to score, I guess, or maybe I just needed to hope that he had to play again as Menagerie at some point. I did not win that one. The maybe I could. I mean, I guess I definitely could have scored more, quite a bit more. I had 7. I mean, I could have, you know, triple triumphed or quad triumphed or something. Whether it would have been the thing to do, I'm not sure. I'd have to go back. We'll check. If I remember, we'll check at the end of the video. We'll go look at how much I could have scored exactly. All right. This is gonna be sort of a pain. I think you can ferry different stuff. I think I just ferry Bridge Troll and open it. It's very possible to get beat up by the Knights as well. Just buy lots of Bridge Trolls, I guess. He did get to hit both in play. It was fortunate for him. I don't think. I mean, you could try the city quarter. I don't think it's probably worth it. They hit the double again. This is pretty rough, frankly. I hit the double, so that's nice. I guess we're just gonna like pile out the peddlers and the bridge trolls really fast in the ports, and then like someone's gonna win, but who knows? Sort of what it looks like it'll probably be. They're getting. I mean, I know. I mean, they've kind of rolled me on the bridge troll at this point, unfortunately. I guess the good news is that can score a little bit here. Probably. How many bridge trolls do they get down to? Like I have to score and then probably wait and see. Like it doesn't make sense. They have 3 buys. That's 1, 2, 3. So, like if they get another bridge troll down to have 4 buys, then they can do. I don't really want to offer a tie. Well, I mean, 5 buys is probably not that likely. I guess actually. They have to buy a bunch of estates. Who's just gonna empty the estates? Oh, the bridge. Well, okay. I guess I win because he didn't buy enough stuff. He didn't buy the estates. He should have bought an estate for sure. That was just a bad end game by him, frankly. Probably following a game in which I probably did quite a bad end game. So not to say that it can't happen to anybody. So at this point, I cannot make the finals. I'm basically need to win another game to avoid demotion. So that's my primary goal. This will be I guess it's really more of an inventor than a dominate board, though. It's a really kind of weak inventor board. Weakish. It's hard to make it all work. For sure. Maybe you go Steward Scrap. You can open like Steward Conclave. I'm trying to think if it is actually an inventor board or if it is a dominate kind of I mean, they're not mutually exclusive is probably the more important point. It is a little hard to get draw here. So they do go with this Steward Scrap, which seems like a decent opening to me. I don't know if it's the best, but it seems pretty good. If you can buy a Conclave and hit 5 with it, you're in actually pretty incredible shape. This is not quite it. Okay. This I can all live with. Nice horse. That's really very nice turn for RTT. What does tracker do? It's hard to think you can afford card. It's also kind of hard to think you want a seller at all. Like, why? Why would I buy a seller? The only reason would be maybe for peddler, but I think we can get to four actions in play. I think it's just a pass. Find the Conclave right away. Yeah, he's a good bit ahead of me here. For sure. And be a Bazaar. Seems pretty easy Bazaar actually to me, but I think I prefer the Bazaar. I mean, this is reasonable, but I think I prefer the Bazaar. And I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is and prove it. I could have got a silver, I guess, instead of whatever thing I got, but that didn't seem like the thing to do necessarily. This actually fully sucks. Mostly fully sucks. Where's my where's Wave the Menagerie this time? That's what I want to know. That's the thing I would like to know. So. He's ahead. The good thing here is being ahead isn't like, it's not like the craziest, best thing ever. In my opinion, maybe I'm dead wrong. I'm probably am. I mean, look at that turn. I'm probably dead wrong. I'm probably like just super wrong about the thing I said with the stuff and the being ahead and things and stuff. But I can get super thin. You know, for whatever that's worth. They are going to have way too many of the bazaars for me to. Well, I mean, maybe they'll miscount something and I'll get a 3.0. That's always what you play for in these games when you're like turn and a half behind or so. I don't even know if I'm that far, if the turns are just quite big. So that's kind of awful. Like I can't, unless I draw the horse. This is incredibly sad. Now it's reduced in sadness. But still relatively sad. Okay. This could be another conclave. Oh, what are we looking at on this pile situation? At least we found the horse. I mean, that made a big difference to how good my turn was. Doubt if anyone has like the overdraw to like do super pile outs here. I don't think that that's like on the table for RTT anytime soon either. There's just like a real limit to how everything's a little limited here. Draw is pretty crappy and actions are pretty limited. Buys a peddler and a province. Interesting. I don't know if it's actually interesting, but it's too late. I already said it. I don't have that many conclaves. This order isn't particularly important. I would like, if possible, to dominate this turn. So I should try to do that. Well, this order sucks of drawing it though. There's another bazaar down there. How much? Like, how much money do I have? I can get. Do I have 2 more bazaars? I gained 2 that last turn and I played 2. So he has 6. Oh, goody. So there's 1 more bazaar, 1 peddler. So that's 7 and then 10. So to get 14, I would need to hit some silvers and conclaves, I guess. What is the other card down here, though? That's what I don't remember. Not a horse. Alright, it's conclave and bazaar. So if... Shoot, this is bad. I'm not even sure if there is a guaranteed line. Oh, there probably is. Let's find it. So give you a vendor for conclave and a vendor for silver. Your problem is gonna be like you're not gonna have conclave targets for sure. Well, it could be the horse. So you go. We play the peddler. Is there anything else to scrap that's nicer? Everything costs cards when you scrap it, so it's kind of awful in that respect. I guess I was never going to be able to draw. Maybe with this scrap on silver, I could have gotten there. There's probably guaranteed. I said I was going to find it, and then I got bored kind of immediately, which is not typically a very promising way of doing what you want to try and do. I think they're going to gain 6 cards. Probably not. So it maybe doesn't make sense to... I mean, I can make it quite a bit harder, I guess. Pretty sad not see a conclave with this bazaar or the steward. We're gonna have a real... There's a horse in there, I guess. I was gonna say otherwise we're gonna have real action issues without conclaving either of these two, so we may end up having more pressing issues. I don't really know if it should be double province. Maybe it should be province peddler. So that province peddler looks like... Well, no, the inventors can't game peddler, so that's not such a issue, really. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it should have just been that. Definitely this end of turn is if you want to look for places to improve, turn 10 for me is probably a good one to look at. That can be done much better than how I did it. Yeah, this is... I am going to have a huge action problem. Unless my top card's a conclave. Then it might be okay. It may be even... The issue may not be actions. The issue may immediately be draw. So that's also a possibility. RTT can probably dominate, I would assume. They so choose. Which you kind of have to expect that would be yes. Luring doesn't look that appealing for them, probably. Maybe one more conclave. It's interesting that we don't really have a lot of buys, so the peddlers aren't flying. Even though there's a good amount of extra gains, you can't use them on the peddlers very easily. Goes for more inventors. That surprises me. I mean, unless he sees a win, that surprises me quite a lot. Because the inventors are especially kind of awkward in this deck. But maybe there's just a pile out. Oh, and the dominate. There you go. Nice find on the scrapping of the province. I guess maybe if I find a dominate, then there's not a way to make that work. Not totally clear on that. Again, maybe a game worth revisiting after the end of the match to see what can be done on that particular turn that I had. We got fool. Okay. This is a bit of a funny one. I guess everything's here, though it is a little bit awkward. A little bit on the awkward side for being everything. I don't know if you do the minion stuff or the patrol stuff. I'm kind of leaning towards patrol stuff. I think it's probably a little more agreeable to the rest of the board. So I think it's like Ghost Town patrol stuff. I'm not sure if you take the Fool. I also feel like you might do Alchemist. But like Potion a little bit later. This to me is like Fool, Pageant, or Courtyard. Replace should be very nice. They take a potion right off the bat, which I don't fully agree with. This isn't really a very big shuffle. We could lose the lucky coin. I'm trying to see what I want to hit here. Probably not lose it yet. Buy a replace here. Fresh Copper Estate, buy replace. Play the coin. This is easy Ghost Town. This will be top decking one of these things. After playing the Courtyard. Just which one is a little bit awkward. This was actually sort of an awful draw. This would suggest what? You don't find an estate. Mainly, we don't want to find other estate. That was the bad part of this draw. To be more specific, this is probably the replace in this instance. How do we feel about the lucky coin at this point? How do we feel about the lucky coin? still okay-ish. But not playing it, that's a little contradictory. It's not really, but it's a little bit. This is going to be Top Deck Patrol by Ghost Town. I think I'm in really good shape, to be honest. I think they're moving along kind of slowly. I would have liked to find the lucky coin. I would have liked to play the lucky coin that turn. For sure. Like, no question. I gotta think what... Corian on top is not too bad. This can be just replace... I was kind of thinking... I mean, I'm going to replace into a Ghost Town. That are into a Charm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe we could go into the Charm right away. And then we can buy Ghost Town something. Or even double Ghost Town. They're getting their deck together now, though. Bro. Hopefully they didn't find the potion. Yeah, okay. That helps a lot. I'm not clear. I'm not like totally clear on what I'm doing. For the rest of the game. Always good to hear from your own mouth. I feel ahead, but I don't really know what I'm doing to end the game. There's probably a couple paths. Well, there's probably a billion paths. There's kind of two I'm thinking about, though. One of which, this is a little unfortunate. Well, what else would happen? I don't actually know what I'm complaining about here. I would probably... Excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay. I would probably like to get... We probably can't do temple very easily. We could still pursue this alchemist thing right now. Maybe that's the thing to do. I kind of like that idea. The world may hate it, but I kind of like it. I also don't think I want to top deck anything, so I'm going to play the courtyard and then... Well, how do we want to do this? We got to make sure... I guess we are going to end up top decking something. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards to draw. No. We can draw it all. We're going to draw 2 of them, then we're going to put one back. Or 3 of them, put one. Yeah. Okay, I think I do know how I want to do this. Maybe it's wrong. I could be convinced it's wrong, but I think it's okay. Do I want the token? Probably not. This turn, anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna win this game. I shouldn't say that. That's like just begging to be destroyed by the luck, but all right. Hey, we make it. We stayed in A. I don't know what RTT needed to make it to the championship. We'll do our darnest to not let it happen. Somebody made it not too bad, made a nice chart, I think. Maybe I'll go find it. Here it is. I mean, it's a nice chart, but there are a lot of things on it, so we'll see if I can figure out what it means. 6-0, that one didn't happen. Okay. 5 point, that one didn't happen. 5-1, that one didn't happen. War 2, play in RTT versus E Honda. That's exciting. Let's go for that one. This is a good opening for me. Okay, so Honda only makes it in if I win these last 2 games. So I will try for Honda. Even though he's listening to RTT, I really should. I mean, that doesn't show. I mean, why should I look out for Honda? This could have been an archive instead of a stables. The stables has like more of an upside as far as like maybe hitting 5 again. Yeah. Which is what happened. And also I guess the cycling is kind of the same. Archive has some advantages as far as pulling stuff out of the shuffle. I should like at least figure out what I'm doing beyond just getting a bunch of stables and peasant, though that seems a pretty reasonable starting point. This next hand is likely pretty awful. Let's do more stables. Let's just go for a second peasant here. Scepter could be quite good with Disciple. Potentially very good with Disciple. Whether that's gonna make you pick one up, I'm not sure. I do need to figure out at some point how to put in like an armory But it's no huge rush at the moment. Okay. This is really good. Is this shuffle too awful to trigger? Or is it not a big deal? I don't think it's a big deal. 5 versus 6 is also not too important. There are some places where it'll matter, but not a huge number. I'm not really paying very good attention to what RTT is doing. I know I'm way ahead. Oh, we didn't even get around to the Uzi what's it? The armory. That would have been nice. This is probably a teacher board, though. When exactly isn't totally clear to me, because obviously for now the disciple is still doing some work. Armory with a nice boon here would have been pretty awesome. This is the hard. I mean, I do have another disciple coming down the line, not too far. Let's try for the teacher. This isn't completely trivial. There's definitely some nightmare. I maybe don't need to play the armory this turn that badly. Obviously, in hindsight, it would have been fine. What's the last card? Is it another stables? I think he just like bottom decked over and over again because I have a disciple and a teacher and they don't even have a disciple, which is just wild. Well, I mean, I also open stables, but I think this turn we just want the Blessed Village. This doesn't feel like it's gonna be very hard to win. What do I have? 8. And there's not like a 3 pile anytime soon. Could be a silver. Maybe something to have gotten another archive. I will triumph this turn just for a little cushion. Okay. One last game. Obviously there I'm not claiming to have done anything genius besides get a nice opening and buy the good cards. And I think, and good shuffles too on top of that. Of course, the stables were at the top of a lot of shuffles. Now I have 5-2 again where it looks pretty good. Anyway, it looks pretty good to me. There's a whole engine kind of thing you can do involving priest. Not involving priest, involving most of the board, to be frank. Or a lot of the board. It does involve priest though, just to be clear. I think I'm gonna open Old Witch though. There's something to be said for, and I think I want the Perma Village in there. Seems worth it to me. It could have been a delve, of course. This is a little bit sad. I guess this is what I get for opening Hamlet. The Old Witch may miss, and then we may be in a little bit of trouble with respect to. We need to hit 4. Well, of course we're gonna hit 4 this turn, but there maybe is something to be said for not playing the Old Witch, but that's for cowards. That's funny. He just gets another priest, which is totally reasonable. I'm also gonna do that. I need a hunting lodge. RTT may just jump out and win without the Old Witch. That wouldn't be surprising to me. I didn't really get the draw for it. But like Priest was always going to be a strong option in the opening regardless. And if he can find the hunting, if he can, oh, he stampedes. That's interesting. I might have just gone for a hunting lodge as RTT there. But I can understand the stampede. I guess you can just like stampede. If you find both priests, I guess you can like stampede over and over again. Maybe. Maybe there's something to that. I don't know how many cards exactly that costs you. If I can find my hunting lodge here, that'll be in good shape. Well, mainly if I can find another hamlet and then the hunting lodge will be in good shape. Yeah, like this. In this fashion. Which is a super pretty turn. I deserved that. I didn't really deserve that. That's a lie. Yeah, he must have had, I didn't read this till just now, but he must have had some garbage ones because of the, I mean, that was insane. I had teacher disciple before he had disciple. This is going to be another hunting lodge. And then maybe a monument. It could be another priest, to be honest. There's a lot of priests in hand. That's obviously not the preferred order, but I don't know if I ever had a spot to stampede. I wasn't paying any attention to it whatsoever. I assume this will just be another hunting lodge. This could be, well, if I find a junk, if I have a junk card on top, this is still okay. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's still okay. We still have, like, the bad thing, if we had seen the old witch, then that would have been pretty bad, but anyway, we got a trash. We're getting to 2 and a hunting lodge out of it, so we're still okay. He didn't find his hunting lodge. You're welcome, Honda. Oh, he came over now. Honda can't hear me this time. I could still mess this one up, but it'll be sort of hard. This doesn't quite work the way I want it to, I guess. Hunting grounds is not hunting, whatever this thing is. Hunting lodge is sort of like that at times. How much money will I have? And should I get a third buy? This is gonna give me $6. So I'll have 12, 14. That seems about right for Well, I could have 13. Never mind, that sounds better. Assuming I counted this right, which maybe I didn't. Still may be better. I just didn't count it right in any sense. So that's something. We can think about our paddocks. We're about out of trashable things. One possibility is to add paddocks which just get blown up. Or which just make horses that get blown up some. I don't know if that's the most efficient way of making money in the world. You don't always have to pay for the draw that much because of the hunting lodges. But this is a nice turn for RTT, so there's still some fight left. If I get beat up a turn or something, have a bad draw or something, there's still for sure some chances for things to go wrong. I have 3 coppers? Oh, right, I discarded one. Yeah, okay, now I remember. Now I remember that thing that happened. This isn't so great. This is pretty great. Okay. Well, I'm probably tossing again, right? Oh. Okay. That's like fully on the side of like, you know, don't dud, or pretty far on the side of try not to dud. But that seems like a reasonable side to be on. I guess I can get another priest. What doesn't what we don't have here is like another trashing thing, like another card that trashes. That would be maybe the thing that let me go a little bit bigger. Not, I mean, this is big enough. I'm trying to keep the Honey Lodge number pretty high. That's the main thing for not dudding. Then as we go along, there's going to be some horses that stick around. Well, we don't have we don't have a card to trash to the priests. It's sort of like, let's just toss them until we get around to the horses or whatever. Or like this. Very pretty high on buy, honestly. I don't think we're gonna be. I think we'll certainly be cash limited, not limited by either of those things. Oh, we got to trash a curse. Exciting. I'm excited anyway. Do they really have that many things to trash? I'm gonna have to trash 2 horses or whatchamacallit. I need to find a priest. Guess we can do it at the end. This is like pretty good 5 cards to have in the bottom, so let's just leave them. We don't need more stuff. Okay, 8, fine. What is the pile out potential? Is there any? RTT could get. How many hammers do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have at least 6, so we can do 5 buys max. So leaving 6 things is always okay. Well, there would be a big points problem there. And a cash problem here. I think I don't think that I left some pile out. I'm not even sure he has 4 hamlets, so. Well, points and cash problem here. They can double province. I can triple. Maybe quad, actually. I think I have quad now. Wow. If they don't score, I'm not going to quad. I'm just going to pile out. I can probably pile out here. Yeah, this should be easy. I wasn't actually paying any attention. I probably had a pile out here, didn't I? I like completely forgot the curses. I don't know if it was there or not, but it seems very possible. Let's do this way. Not perfectly ideal, but not a huge deal either. Probably can sort of stop on the actions. Let's play this out. Get into the other card. Is it in hand already? Well, very close to it. I just need province. I just need $18. Well, I need a little more than that, don't I? No, I'm gonna play a monument. Probably just that is fine. Oh, whoops. All right. You're welcome, Honda. And thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all next season.